You are almost definitely overpaying for your flights right now, and the wild part is, it is not even your fault. Airlines are built to make you pay more than you have to, and they have gotten scary good at it. But there are a handful of completely legit tricks that flip the whole game around, and once you know them, you never look at a flight price the same way again. So here is the first secret, and it is all about where you search. When you need a flight, odds are you go straight to one airline's website and just accept whatever price it shows you. That is exactly what they are counting on. Instead, always start with a flight comparison search that lines up almost every airline side by side in one place. The free one most travelers trust is Google Flights, but honestly, the exact tool matters less than the habit. The second you compare, instead of accept, you are the one in control, because now you see the whole picture instead of one airline's version of it. And here is where the real savings hide. Flexibility. The simple truth is, the more flexible you can be with your dates, the cheaper you fly. Even moving your trip one day earlier or one day later can knock a big chunk off the price. So never lock onto a single date if you do not have to. The same goes for airports. Do not only check the one closest to home, look at every airport within a couple hours of you, because one of them is often dramatically cheaper for the exact same trip. And if you are open on where you are going, search a whole region instead of one city. Letting the deal decide where I land next is honestly one of my favorite ways to plan a trip. And once you get to that side of the world, short hops between countries can be almost nothing. I am talking about $20 flights between entire countries. Like always, numbers in this video are not guaranteed by any means, but these are definitely possible. Secret 2 is to let the deals come to you. Both of those first tricks only work if you have time to sit and search. And let us be honest, you are not hunting for flight prices every single day. So set up fare alerts. On most flight search tools, Google Flights included, you can follow any route for free and get an email the second the price drops. Picture sitting at work, grinding through your to-do list, and your phone buzzes with a flight to your dream destination for 80% off. That is the kind of energy we are after. Secret 3 is a small shift that quietly saves you money. The day you fly. I touched on flexibility already, but this is a sharper version of it. Tuesdays and Wednesdays are almost always the cheapest days to be in the air, because that is when the fewest travelers want to move. Friday evenings and Sundays are the opposite. That is the rush of everyone heading home or starting a trip, and airlines happily charge you for the crowd. So if your plans can bend even a little, aim for the middle of the week and watch the price drop. Secret 4 is the one travelers mess up sometimes. When you book one direction now and the return later as two separate one-way tickets, you usually pay more. Booking it as a single round trip is often 10 to 15% cheaper for the exact same flights. It sounds too simple to matter, but airlines price a round trip as its own product, and it often comes out cheaper than the two halves added up. So unless you have a real reason to split them, keep it as one booking. Secret 5 is a loophole most travelers never even think about, and it is how you fly business class without paying the business class price. You do not have to buy a business seat to sit in one. You book a standard economy ticket, then upgrade it later for a fraction of the price. Airlines would rather sell that empty business seat cheap than fly it empty. So as your trip gets close, they start offering discounted upgrades. Sometimes it pops up at check-in for a flat fee. Sometimes they invite you to bid for it. And my rule on a bid is simple. Offer somewhere around 20 to 40% of the gap between economy and business, so you never overpay. One catch though, this only works from standard economy. So if you grab the rock-bottom basic economy fare, then know that those usually cannot be upgraded at all. Now, Secret 6. When you book a flight, you usually have two options. A non-stop flight takes you straight to where you are going on one single plane. A connecting flight gets you there in two hops instead, so you land somewhere in the middle, get off, switch to a second plane, and finish the trip. Now here is the money part. A business class seat on a non-stop flight is one of the most expensive tickets out there because business travelers will pay anything to get there fast with no stops. But take that same business class cabin on a flight with one layover, and the price can drop by half. So when you search, do not hide the connecting flights, because that is exactly where the cheap business class seats are hiding. Secret 7 is where you get the deals that never make it to the search engines. Sign up for Airlines email newsletters and join their frequent flyer programs. They are free, and members get flash sales and unpublished fares that can be 40 to 50% below the public price. Then follow the deal accounts on social media, the ones that catch airline pricing mistakes right away. Every now and then, an airline accidentally lists even a long-haul business seat for a few $100 instead of a few thousand, and the fast travelers grab it before it gets fixed. So stop being the one who pays whatever the airline asks and start being ahead of them. And if you got value from this video, then subscribe and become part of our budget squad, looking for smarter ways to live well without spending a fortune. Flex hard, spend smart.